How you doing, everyone? So what we got today, we have prostate cancer journey so far, episode 3. So what we're going to have today is a bit of a recap. I've took some video clips over the first 11 days from having my operation. I've not had a chance to do any editing or anything with them up until this point because I've pretty much felt rubbish up until now. Feeling lots better now. A bit more mobile, so everything definitely on the right track at the moment. But we'll zap back in time here to have a quick look at my first 11 days. So just getting ready to leave to go to the hospital. Surgery's first thing in the morning. Slightly nervous about it, being honest. I've had a few different operations over the past few years and I've been not bothered at all or phased, but a bit more concerned about this one. But I know it'll be fine, but you can't help your feelings, can you? So yeah, better head off and get it sorted. Well, it's Friday today. I had my operation on Monday. It's been a rubbish week. I didn't quite realise how stiff, sore and painful everything was going to be. Today a little less sore, thankfully, so it's obviously going to improve as the day goes on, but first few days were rotten, absolute rubbish. Operation itself went fine, so I've got 6 scars. I've now got a colostomy bag attached, so I've got this for another week. Yeah, so it's weird getting used to that. So yeah, operation took 4 hours. I was 3 hours in the recovery room. I went into shock afterwards. So I was uncontrollably shaking for quite some time. After the operation, then went back to the ward once they'd sorted me out from that. And then I was okay Monday. Tuesday morning, about 11:30, obviously some sort of drugs had worn off and I just got really sore, really painful. And I never really got dosed up with the same amount of drugs again, so I've been really sore all week. They kicked me out of the hospital after one night, so I definitely left. I didn't think I was up for leaving the hospital when I left. It took forever to walk to the car, but got to the car, eventually got back home. Still really sore for a couple of days, but it's improved a bit today, so that's good. So over the next few days I'm sure it'll all improve and it'll get better as the weeks go on. I'll be glad when this catheter comes out next week. That would be pleasant not to have that attached. Yeah. But on the whole, the operation was a success. Yeah, so that's where I'm up to at the moment. So it's a week after the operation, and it's actually 8 days after the operation. Feeling a lot better past couple of days, which is good. And just managed to do 1 mile an hour on the treadmill, or I'm still doing 1 mile an hour on the treadmill for 3 or 4 minutes. Which is about as much as I can handle. So this is 11 days after the op. Had the catheter removed yesterday. Thank goodness for that. That tube is longer than you want it to be when it comes out. Really pleased. That is now away. So that's good. So feeling a lot better today. Just having to get used to controlling your pee really when you have no control. So this is interesting so far. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be honest. So that's a positive. I was expecting the floodgates to open. So far that's going okay. Felt rubbish yesterday after getting the catheter out. So you seem to have better days some days and rubbish days other days. Today I'm feeling much more upbeat, so that is good. I'd say the first 5 days after the operation are just horrendous. Not good. So anyone going to get this procedure done. First 5 days, not good. next couple of days get a bit better, then you're up and down a bit after that. So I found my pain has subsided a bit from, I can still feel it obviously, but I'm not in agony. So that the pain has subsided a bit after 5 days. So it's got slightly easier that way. After the first week, then I was much more conscious of the catheter and the tube attached, which was causing some discomfort. So super happy to get rid of that. That is away. Now I've just got a burning sensation when I do pee, which apparently happens for the first 2 or 3 days. So 2 or 3 days, we're on to it was removed yesterday, so in another day or two I should be feeling tons better. I should be, it's all going well now, so that's good. Still get tired very easily, but on the whole everything is going well. So I just need to get used to continuing to do some walks, up my walking a bit without doing too much. But yeah, all good. So yeah, it's making me laugh just watching back, doing the editing here. I did that last clip. Things were going well. Catheter was off, was feeling better. I went in from filming that into the house, had my lunch, and then after lunch went for a pee. And as soon as I peed, as soon as I finished peeing, my whole stomach and abdomen just started going into spasm, which was pretty sore. So I kind of hid that from anyone in the house, Ingrid and Jake, because we were watching TV at the time. So I was just sitting on the couch, just like gripping the sides, not sort of like letting them see it. And that was pretty painful, but only lasted a minute or so. Well, no, probably 2 or 3 minutes. But I managed to not let on with that. And then, because after you've had your catheter out, you've got to drink loads of water. So you're constantly drinking water, so you're up going to the toilet. I was really conscious of trying to go to the toilet instead of just, they said you were just going to wet yourself. I didn't want to let that happen, so I was making sure I was getting up, going to the toilet. So got up again, short while after, 40 minutes later, went to the toilet again. Happened again, but worse. And yeah, it's really painful. Couldn't hide that. They were getting quite concerned, and I was more along the lines of, give me some painkillers, I'll be fine. It's obviously just what happens. Well, I have no idea, I've never been through this before. So sat down again, carried on watching TV for a bit, but then obviously had to get back up for a pee shortly after, and it was much worse again. So at that point, like I'm literally bent over double, spasms going on, really sore due to all the cuts and slices and operation that I'd had, what were we, 11 days before. So that was really sore. So they were on the phone to NHS 24. So it took, took probably about an hour to get through to someone. Once you got hold of someone, they were absolutely brilliant, really helpful, and they arranged for me to go down to see the doctors. And so I went down to the doctors. Whilst at the doctors, same thing happened again. They gave me some medication to try and help stop the spasms, and sent me back home again. So this continued this cycle for most of the evening. But as the evening went on, it was just getting much worse, really bad. I was just crying with pain. It was horrendous. Then about midnight, and at this point as well, my bladder had gone into what they call urinary retention, so I couldn't pee. So I kept drinking loads of water. I was unable to pee. I didn't have a catheter on anymore, so my bladder was just getting bigger and bigger, so fit to bursting. And with the pressure of having the operation down there, it was beyond painful. And you're still getting the muscle spasms as well. So that was absolutely hideous. Worst pain I've ever experienced. So about midnight, after going through all this pain for this long, I finally call it quits and go, right, okay, we need to go to the hospital. So about 1 o'clock in the morning, arrive in the hospital at Inverness, because I had phoned Aberdeen earlier on to ask their advice, and they said, all right, you need to come in to see us, but that's over 2-hour drive away, and I could hardly move. So I just said, right, if this continues to get worse, can I go to my local hospital? So they said yes. So up to Inverness, got in there, whole family's up, 1 in the morning, nobody's sleeping, everyone's stressing out. I'm in bits with the pain. Get to the hospital. That takes a while. They take you in, give you drugs. They gave me morphine, gave me more morphine, gave me something stronger than morphine. I thought morphine was the strongest thing you got, but no, apparently there's something stronger. So I was getting that as well. Family went home because it was obvious I was going to be in for the night, and they're taking. So still I couldn't pee at this point. Bladder was ridiculously full. They're literally putting syringes into my belly to suck the pee out. Which at that point I was holding on to things. They were literally holding me down. It was ridiculous. And then I had to go for a CT scan about, 4 in the morning, which is strange. 4 in the morning. A few hours before, I thought everything was going fine, just before lunch. So, got to that point, and then it was, you need an operation. So I had to wait for the surgeon to come in. He came in at 8 in the morning, and it was operation time. So yet another operation. So I'll tell you about that on the next video.